excited to have Ryan here. I see in your education, studied chemistry for fun. And I did not study chemistry for fun, so tell me about that.
I started my roofing career very early, and so after I finished high school, at some point, in my early 20s, I wanted to go back and take some college classes or a college class, and I've always been interested in the periodic table of elements and chemistry, and so I picked a lab sciences chemistry course.
So you said you started at an early age. How did you get into it?
My mother married a roofing contractor when I was about a junior in high school. It was kind of a natural progression of available weekends and vacations and summer and spring. So I started tearing off roofs for his company at a residential capacity. Started on with a smaller PVC installation company in Seattle, and that was kind of my first experience in the commercial roofing world, and I really enjoyed it.
What are some other surprising things that you've discovered?
Well, shopping cart on top of a 40-foot tall distribution center that no reasonable way that it got up there, save for perhaps a microburst or a high amount of wind pressure that just pushed it. A lot of random pieces of debris, bullets in the roof. Early on, that was a surprise. Now it's a relatively common discovery, depending on what part of town you're working.
Obviously you're very experienced at what you do now, but people have probably helped you along the way. I mean, can you sort of talk about anyone that's that you've learned from, or an individual or a group of individuals that really helped you sort of develop yourself in your career?
I've learned something from just about every person that I've worked with, early on, and now with the inception of social media and the access to information out there, there's a lot of skilled professionals with a lot of knowledge in general. Learning from the guys that have been roofing in Texas for 30 years and 20 years, and going to the Carolinas and working out there with guys that have been doing it out there, and Seattle and Alaska. And it's just it amazes me. You go to different regions. Probably one of the most influential, I would say, was my first commercial roofing foreman, and we're still in contact today, because of the Facebook. Essentially, we're able to stay in communication, so every once in a while just touching base. And
what are your thoughts on where you're going and in the future?
I've been enjoying the opportunity to work with I work with our Albuquerque office and Hawaii, and then with the government contracting program. So being able to work with the other people within the organization and help fill in space, kind of as a utility service provider. And that's what I think I'll continue to do. I really enjoy helping people and providing solutions. Being able to kind of work with our offices and work towards our business goals is pretty exciting.
If you were to give me one piece of advice on managing the teenage years, what would it be?
Just understanding that, they are their own people and they have their own identity. And at the end of the day, we can't make anybody do anything that they don't want to do. So just like management, hey, if I can inspire my children, that's the best that I can hope for. But at the end of it all, they will make their own decisions.